Music is something that I always had, it's just I'd thrown away because I wanted to pursue something else. And now that it's come to me in such a time of need, I feel like I just owe myself to dedicate my life to it.
I make music because I love music. I love entertaining people, and I just want to make people laugh. I want to tell them stories, and I just want to make them feel things, you know what I mean? And I think that music is one of the best ways that you can do that.
From the studios of Chillicothe High School, this is your CAVS News Show.
My name is Nicholas Conrad.
And I'm Christopher Hux with this week's update.
Last week, Chillicothe High School became one of the few schools in the country to implement a one-on-one technology initiative for its students. Every CHS student was given a Chromebook, as well as a 2-hour training program for how to use the Chromebook, courtesy of CCSD. The Chromebooks are loaded with educational resources, have restricted internet capabilities, and are the property of the school district. However, students are already finding the benefits of the initiative and are excited to see just how much their grades improve with the help of these new hardware.
Super Bowl 49 will take place this Sunday. Though the game will be played in Glendale, Arizona, viewers across the world will be tuning in to watch the biggest sporting event in American athletics. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, in the midst of Deflategate, will take on the defending champions, the Seattle Seahawks, for the Lombardi Trophy every team so desperately covets. Tune in at 6:30, or be left out when everyone's talking about it on Monday morning. Who are you going to be rooting for, Nick?
That's a no-brainer, Chris. I want the Seahawks to win. The real question is, how our Cavalier teams are doing in their winter sports.
To give us the answer, let's go to Taylor Boggs with this week's sports update.
Thanks guys, I'm Taylor Boggs with this week's CAVS News Sports Update. This past week, our Cavalier bowling team competed against Wilmington High School at Shawnee Lane. On the boys' side, Tim Clater had the highest series of 402. Kevin Martin had the second highest series of 331. On the girls' side, Michelle Crawford had the highest series of 290, and Shelby Wilburn had the second highest series of 264. The Cavs have multiple upcoming home meets as they begin to close out their season. You can view the rest of their schedule on the Chillicothe City School website or at www.gocavs.us. And if you have any pictures for any winter sports you would like to share, please find us on Facebook and share them to CAVS News. We want to wish the best of luck to our bowling team and all other sports teams as they continue their season. About 4 weeks ago, the Buckeyes went head-to-head against the Oregon Ducks. The Buckeyes dominated the Ducks with a 42-20 win. This past weekend, the Buckeyes and more than 45,000 fans gathered in the Ohio State Stadium to celebrate and honor their national champions. Despite the cold weather, the fans filled the lower bowl of the stadium to celebrate the win. They started the event by watching the second half of the game against the Oregon Ducks, where the Buckeyes won the game. The Buckeyes are now looking forward to another great season next fall. That's all for this week. I'm Taylor Boggs, and back to Chris and Nick in the studio.
Thanks, Taylor. First semester report cards were distributed on Tuesday. This is the first year CHS has run on a full block schedule, allowing standard full year courses to be finished in a semester. If you didn't get your report card, you can always check Progress Book to keep up with your marks.
The U.S. is threatening to enforce further sanctions on Russia as the violence in the Ukraine crisis escalates. A surge in the violence has left death totals at over 3,000 and left over 1 million displaced. NATO has accused Russia of showing signs of preparing for war, though Russia adamantly refutes that. Current sanctions are responsible for the low gas prices that we are enjoying, but at what cost is it coming at? It's possible American markets may benefit from these new pending sanctions, but it would be best for mankind to stop this chaos before it escalates into something out of control.
Chris is right. Violence is best suited for video games. To help you take your aggression in a few healthy ways, let's go to Glenn Mitchell and the CNG crew.
Showtime!
Thanks guys, I'm Olivia Ray and it looks like we're seeing a few new faces to CAVS News Gaming this week.
Thanks for the introduction, Olivia. And with this new face, I am also introducing a new segment to CNG, the top 10 best-selling games of 2014.
At number 10, Call of Duty Ghosts. Number 9, FIFA 15. Number 8, Watch Dogs. Number 7, NBA 2K15. Number 6, Super Smash Bros. Number 5, Minecraft. Number 4, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 3, Destiny. Number 2, Madden NFL 15. And last but not least, number 1, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, selling nearly 190 million copies.
What was your favorite of the top 10?
Mine would have to be Minecraft. Like, with all of the new updates, it's like a new game every time you play. What's yours?
Definitely Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, because it isn't the best-selling game for nothing. Well, next on CNG this week in gaming history.
On January 29th, 1972, the Magnavox Odyssey is officially released, making it the world's first home game console. Also on January 27th, 1966, Pokemon creator Ken Sugimori is born. January 29th, 1996, Duke Nukem 3D was released.
Before we go, I'd like to tell you all about the upcoming gaming convention in Columbus. It's called OhioCon. As you all know, it's a gaming convention taking place in the Greater Columbus Convention Center on January 30th through February 1st, 2015. There will be all sorts of contests, for example, costume contests. And speaking of costumes, everyone will be dressed as their favorite anime character. So if you don't want to feel out of place, arrive dressed as some sort of anime character.
Well, that's all the time we have this week. Back to the guys in the studio.
Millions of Americans have felt the wrath of Winter Storm Juno, including us here in Chillicothe. Even a small dose of the storm closed all Ross County schools on Monday. Reports in the Northeast were even more brutal, with reports of over 30 inches of snow and wind gusts nearly 80 miles an hour. Luckily, we got the soft part of the front.
That's all for this week. I'm Nicholas Conrad.
And I'm Christopher Hux. Have a wonderful and safe week, Chillicothe.